What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Charting Crypto live stream. I hope you all had a great Sunday. It's already Sunday, back to work tomorrow. Oh man, when is this crypto thing going to make us financially free, right? Okay, let me just get some things up and running real quick on my side, and then we'll get to some charting. Well, Bitcoin's getting very, very close to the previous two lengths before the bottom came in. There's I want to point something out here in a bit, but let me just get something set up real fast on my end. Riyad Wahid, welcome to the Charting Crypto OG Club. Thanks for the support, man. I really appreciate it. You don't know how hard it is to get support in this bear market. I appreciate that. It means a lot. Thank you. Okay, so into BTC. So something that I've been looking at here, and I still think BTC is going to drop one more time, but there are people pointing out, and I see this as well. I see this, but I still think BTC is going to drop. People are saying, you can see we have that big capitulation down, and that usually brings the bottom. The second bull run from 2017 to 2018, we had this capitulation down here, and then we moved sideways a little bit before we started running back up. Some people are saying that this drop we had back in June was the bottom drop. That's where everyone's saying, hey, the bottom's in, the bottom's in, the bottom's in. But it doesn't match up with the time frames, which it doesn't have to match up with the time frames. But if you just look at all the other data on this chart here, it all is very similar. So it's kind of odd that this would be drastically different. It would cut that pretty much in half. It'd bring it to like 220 days instead of 370 days. And when the way that my macro environment and macro economics are going and stuff, I just can't see that happening. So if we just, I'm going to zoom, or I'm actually going to go to the 1 day chart, and we can zoom in on this a little bit closer and get some more price action. So this is the 1 day chart. As you can see, it played out here. I personally think this drop right here was similar to this drop here, and you can see how long we consolidated in that last bear market. We consolidated for approximately 100 days before we had that big capitulation, and that was boring. See, it was just moving sideways. I think that is where we're at, and you can see on the day chart, this is still lengthening out. It's about November 10th would be the furthest that we could go until the bottom came in. But I think we are currently right here in our bear market. We're in this tight consolidation period, then we'll get that one more drop, and then we'll start heading back up. Some people are saying that the drop already happened, the bottom's already in, which you can also argue that point of view too. You can say, hey, look, we consolidated, we had this capitulation down here, and then you have the consolidation, we had the capitulation down here, and we have the consolidation, so we could start moving up. Only time will tell, but I strongly believe that we will be seeing one more drop on BTC, and it looks like it's going to be happening soon if it plays out in the same time period the last two bear markets played out. You can see we currently have this right here, and that drop's going to bring us all the way down to this support line right here to around 10K. I'm personally looking for a 14K. Like, I think we're going to drop down to 14K and get a really quick wick down here possibly, but I think 16 to 14K is where I'm going to be putting the rest of my money back into the market. I don't want to try to catch the absolute bottom because it's very difficult to do. But this chart's actually playing out very similar. I think we're going to be seeing that big capitulation here very soon for BTC. And now if we jump over to the BTC chart on Coinbase and we do the percentage, we can still see that I believe we're still in that downtrend, that year-long downtrend that we've been in. Yeah, just zoom in, make sure this is accurate, make sure I'm touching all the right points. I don't want to jip you guys, see, so I'm not touching right there, so I'm gonna have to fix that. Yeah, we are like right on the cusp of this. It actually looks like we almost broke out of it. Let me just make this. Okay, we're touching there. We came down. We're actually right on it. Actually almost through it. So this candle right here, if we continue the sideways pattern, we'll actually be breaking this downtrend and just continuing sideways. But right now we're getting pretty dang, yeah, let me turn on the support resistance real quick. We're getting very tight on this support downtrend convergence right here. So the support downtrend convergence, you can see it was October 10th. Well, it's like October 16th, but the furthest that we can go is October 22nd until this plays out. It's not just going to continue like this. It's not going to break a downtrend and just hover around the support like this. If it breaks the downtrend, it's going to shoot up. If we get to this point and it pushes us down, that's where we're going to be seeing that large push down to around 14,000. So it's just a matter of days, in my personal opinion, till we find out what BTC is going to do. And it's if we see it break out of this downtrend, like a full candle open and close out of this downtrend, then we're going to be seeing that upwards movement to around 23,000. But I strongly think that this convergence of the support and downtrend is going to play off bearish, and then we're going to be seeing that push down, and that's going to bring the bottom for BTC. And I don't think we're gonna be at the bottom very long. I think it's gonna be a quick drop, and a lot of people are, you know, everybody's waiting for that next big drop. Everyone's ready for it. So right when that big drop happens, people are gonna flock to that and buy it up, buy it up, buy it up. So it's gonna be very, very fast, in my personal opinion. I don't think we're gonna be dropping down there and riding it out like we have been since June sideways. I think we're gonna be dropping down, and it's gonna be very, very brief, maybe a half a week, maybe a week. And then we'll be starting to move our way back up, and then we're going to be going into crypto spring. Right now we're in crypto winter, you know, things are boring, just moving sideways. Crypto spring is when, you know, plants start getting water, the flowers start blooming, and we gradually start moving up. It's going to be choppy, but we'll gradually start moving up. And then you get to crypto summer, and that is the bull run. So crypto winter is almost over. We're almost into crypto spring, but this area right here is what we really need to focus on for BTC. This downtrend has been intact since November 9th, 2021. So we're coming up to the point where it has to decide. It absolutely has to decide. You can't just continue past the downtrend and support like that and just continue sideways. If we break out of this downtrend, there's going to be a big move to the upside. If we get shoved down, that's where we'll see that capitulation down to, I believe it'd be like 14,000 with a quick wick down to 10. But it's coming very close. It looks like the farthest that we can go before one of those happens is October 22nd. So just a matter of days. Today's the 16th, tomorrow's the 17th, so it looks like it'll be this week, hopefully this week. So this week should be pretty interesting. That's Bitcoin. So with that, I still have my new mic and everything like that and everything set up. So how does the music sound? How does the mic sound? Does everything sound good? I checked my last live stream that I did, and it sounded like the music was way too loud and no one said anything. So if it's ever too loud or too quiet or anything like that, let me know so I can adjust, because I'm still getting used to this new equipment that I acquired. So quant, looks like last time I charted quant, I said we need to keep an eye on this 190. This is 190 right here. We go back to the log, or 192. And I said that would, oh man, I'm missing my indicator. So that would be the convergence of the uptrend on the RSI and the overbought. So let me just get those indicators back up there. We'll get my MACD on there, my RSI V swap. There we go. So what I was talking about here, this is on the day chart. I'm actually going to jump over the 4 hour real quick. I still have my buying orders at 100. I have no idea why, but I strongly believe if BTC drops, there's a good chance that we might be able to catch a wick down to 100. If not, so be it. I have a good enough bag, I guess you could say, of quant. I need to jump back to the day to show you guys this. So on the day chart here, you can see we've been in this general uptrend for quant. And the thing about this uptrend is it's pushing us up against the overbought. Do we still have room to come down and continue? Absolutely. And this is what I was pointing out the other day. I think we actually ignored this and went up. No, this was actually it. So you can see we're in this uptrend here, and we're in that strong uptrend for quant, but we're getting to the overbought. So this will be the retracement back down here, and to continue this uptrend, the retracement would retrace back down to 50, which would bring us to the 236 at around 156 to 160 for quant. And then if we still continue this uptrend, we could continue it until we start getting pushed very, very heavily against the overbought territory. But eventually, once you're squeezed that much and you're just constantly burning your fuel and you're drinking your moon juice, you're going to run out. And that's when you start seeing those free falls. So quant's getting, I don't want to say very close to that, but as you can see, we are starting to get squeezed between the overbought territory, and we are well above the 50 on the uptrend. So that is on the day. And I think on the 4 hours, a similar situation, but played out in a lot shorter term. So if I delete this uptrend real quick, we do fresh on the short-term time frame, I think we can get a little bit more data out of this. We can ideally this. Oh boy. One second. There we go. Okay, so similar thing here on the shorter time frame. We still are in that uptrend on the RSI. MACD is still ripping, or not MACD is still ripping. I mean, the uptrend still ripping. We did get rejected here at that main resistance. We're gonna dive in a little bit deeper on the price, but I just want to show you guys this RSI. So similar to the day, the short-term RSI from August till now, you can see we're getting very, very close to this overbought territory. It's squeezing us very, very tightly, which if we're squeezed like that, we're eventually going to run out and we're going to see that capitulation back down. So music too low. So let me just move the music back up a little bit and we'll give this a try. Okay, so as you can see here, we have that squeeze in the uptrend right here. So eventually we're going to be burnt out. We're going to burn all our fuel and then we'll see that free fall for quant. We have been in this uptrend since August 22nd. And I believe it looks like towards the end of October, beginning of November is where we're going to be absolutely squeezed into the overbought territory. And every time you enter the overbought territory, it's flashing, hey, it might be a good time to take profit, might be a good time to take profit. But I think this 190 is going to be a very, very difficult area to get over. So you can see if we get over 190, our next stop is 209, 210. But that 200 is going to be a psychological number. So if we zoom in here and take a little bit of a closer look at quant, I'm actually going to extend my fib a little bit further. We did go up to that 190. You can see that we do have the 382 sitting right below this main support at 161. So I believe when we come back down to test this uptrend on the RSI at around 59, that's either going to be bringing us back down to 161 or the 236 here at 172. It depends on if people are willing to buy at 172. But I think 190 is going to be battle tested here. I think either we're going to be retracing down to the 236 at 172 and then coming back up here. And I think we might be seeing some consolidation until we possibly get that breakout. But if we don't get that breakout here, this is where we're just going to burn the rest of our fuel out. We get a 3 top and then drop back down to the 236 right here. So I think quant inevitably is going to be running out of juice and we will be retracing back down to some more reasonable prices where we can accumulate some more during this bear market. We just have to have patience. But quant is strong, man. Quant is very, very strong. Goes totally against BTC. So I actually showed this in the last live stream and I'll show it again here in case you weren't there. I want to show you how closely quant followed BTC until recently. So we have BTC here. You can see how closely it was replicating BTC's movement. And this is where we started deviating from BTC. It was at September 7th. When you find coins and you compare them to Bitcoin and you start seeing them deviate from BTC like this, that is extremely bullish. They're not reliant on the Bitcoin movement anymore. They're making their own price. They're not at the whim of the tide, as you could say. Because all these cryptos are a boat on the tide of BTC, and BTC is the tide that raises and lowers all ships. But as you can see here, we broke out from that and we're starting to make our own prices now. So this is extremely bullish for quant. In order to get back into this BTC, we'd actually have to come all the way back down to 100. So that's what I'm kind of waiting on. I have a star here. This is where if I buy an order, some people call me crazy. People say quant's never to be going back down to 100. Who knows? I've seen a lot of crazy stuff happen in crypto. But as of right now, that is quant. So in the short-term price prediction, I just think we're going to be battle testing this 190 range with possible wicks up to 195 to 200. But I think we're running pretty empty on our fuel. We're running out of moon juice, and then we'll start seeing that retracement back down for BTC. Once we break this uptrend here, we'll have to keep a close eye on it because we could start seeing that flash crash back down, and then we'll reassess the situation. But as of right now, I think 190 is going to be a very, very difficult area to get over for quant. See, we're at 188. And if we go to the short-term time frame, I bet we can see it battle tested quite a bit. So let me just zoom into this upper part of the chart here. So we're looking at this right up there. Let me just enter the 1 hour and see how many times that 190 has been tested. So you can see this is the around 190 area. We've tested it once, twice. Actually, we broke above it right here. It looks like it was 192 in the 1 hour. So we're actually over 190 right now, but we definitely be very careful because you can see, like I said, we can see that move up to 195, 196, but the 190 is going to be the main resistance. So you do have this 236 up here at 195, but I think quant is going to be around that $190, $200 range until we burn out on our RSI, and we'll start with that retracement. Hopefully anyways, because I would love to pick some more quant up at $100. But we'll see. Quant is strong. Makes its own rules. Howdy, Beanbag. Howdy, Chef Natron. What's going on, Grizz? Like watching paint dry. Exactly. Okay, so that's quant. Azrael's been pretty juicy. I picked up a little bit more at 85 cents. Now I'm just waiting to see if it goes any lower. Look at this huge gap. Let's see how close Azrael follows BTC. I know it's a relatively new coin, so it's probably following it pretty close. Actually, it looks like it's more volatile. That's probably due to being a lot cheaper with the low circulating supply, but it's still generally following the moves of BTC. You can see we did deviate from it right here, and this was similar to quant. Not similar to quant, but similar to the quant move that I was talking about. You can see for quant we did deviate, like I talked about. We had that huge run up, and you can see we did get squeezed out here into the overbought territory, similar to how quant's very close to that as well. You can see we were in this uptrend until we constantly got squeezed into the overbought territory, and we had nowhere to go but to retrace. And since we got overbought there, we were overbought for a while, we started that slow movement downwards. And I think this is a similar thing that's going to happen to quant. So you can see it already played out here. I think this is what's in store for quant in the future. A similar move, deviating for BTC and then slowly coming back to follow it. But as of right now, Azrael is at, we're at 91. I was able to pick some up at 85. And it looks like that was a good buy for the time being. Short term right now, RSI is heading back up. Looks like we generally reach around 58 on the RSI. So I don't think we'd be able to go much higher, but I think $1 is going to be a very difficult area to go over. That was a very difficult area to fall below. Let's see, I hate it when all my indicators just disappear. One sec, I just need to refresh this. I need to start using my other computer. I think this one's starting to take a crap on me, but I have a pretty nice gaming computer that I might just switch over. That way I can stop using my Mac and just switch over to PC. So you can see this was our support here at 91. We're currently having a difficult time getting over it. We are over it right now. As you can see, it flipped green, but nonetheless, RSI is in a general top. You can see we do go up to around 59, but this is a local top where we have been reaching. If we do close above the support at 90, the next resistance is going to be at 95, then inevitably $1. I think BTC is going to be very volatile here, so I'm going to have to be bearish on a lot of these coins. But as of right now, if we are above the support right here, you can see we actually wicked up to the 618 and got rejected. But if we continue, we have the 618 to contest with at 93 cents. We get over that, we have another resistance area at 95 to contest with. And then eventually you see the 382 is at that $99 area right here. But personally for Azrael, I think the main thing we need to focus on here is this 618 at 93. It's a good chance that we could get rejected from that. I mean, we did just make a higher low, so this could be the start to a slight step up effect. So that's something to keep an eye on as well. But I picked some quant up at 85. Now I'm looking to pick some up at 75 if it goes down there. If we extend this a little bit further, let's see. So the reason that I have 75 is if we extend this further and have the 382 right here, you can see this is kind of a double resistance, double support area. So this is if this chart started growing, this is more of a lengthier prediction, and started going down to the 618 and just continue down. I'm banking on it hitting the 786 and bouncing here at 75 cents. So that's why I have a buy-in order at 75 cents for quant, or not quant, for ASRO right now. So I'm gonna put a little star right here at 75. That's where I have a buy order for ASRO. If it hits, it hits. If not, so be it. The short term for ASRO, I think we're just gonna be chopping around here until BTC decides what it's gonna do. And I think BTC is gonna be deciding very, very soon. I know I've been saying that over and over, but if you've been following me, I'm not very, I guess you can say I'm not very accurate on the day. I'm accurate, somewhat, I'm pretty accurate on the move that it's gonna make. I'm just not accurate on the day that it's gonna happen. And it's getting very close to that support downtrend convergence on BTC. And so for ASRO right now, I think we're just gonna be consolidating right here, and then once BTC drops, we'll head down to 81 and hopefully head down to the 75 where I can buy more. But I'm not looking to accumulate any more ASRO until we touch 75. If we never head down there, I have my bag for the bull run all set, ready to go. They're actually getting ready to I think they're actually putting ASRO on the ledger. I know they put in their request for it, and I'm part of their Discord channel as well, and it sounds like it's moving forward to the next step. So hopefully they'll have ASRO available on the ledger so we can get our ASRO off exchanges and onto our ledger, because that's always a great thing to get your coins off exchanges. What's the gap mean? Really, really low volume. Pretty much nothing happened. Like, let me see. I can probably throw up my volume indicator and we can check that out. This is the MACD overlay. Yeah, you can see the volume over here. There was absolutely no volume in this general area, which caused that big just gap right there. And now it looks like the main volume area is around that dollar. That's why I think $1 is going to be very difficult to get over. The main area, the main volume for ASRO right now is $1. You can see when we get up to 137, there's not a lot of volume. So it looks like $1 is our main volume area, and then 118, 119 is the next main volume area for ASRO. But other than that, it looks like once we get over, you know, 104, there's a gap here, so it should shoot up super fast since there's no volume there. There was no one willing to buy it at those prices. So XRP, please. Yes, we can look at some XRP. Ooh, I had us going down to the 382 for bounce back up. We actually bounced off the 5, which is surprising because the 5 isn't a major fib area. It's not a major support in the fib area. We'll clean this up. It looks like the fib is still valid, so I'm gonna leave the fib there. I'm actually gonna leave this volume on for a while. I don't think I've ever charted live with volume, so we're just gonna try that tonight and see how that goes. It's gonna act as a support and resistance area. So as of right now, you can see we're pretty much hovering around that main volume area. You can see the general consensus of XRP. You can see it was a heavy resistance area right there. It was a support area there. There's a support there till it flipped. So it looks like as of right now, we're having a difficult time getting over 48 cents. Why 48 cents? I don't know. I thought it'd be like 50 cents or something like that. You know, one of those round numbers. But yeah, one sec. I'm gonna hide that. So as of right now, we did just flip bearish on the MACD. RSI starting to cool back down. If we just take a general look at the RSI, where we locally top out at, looks like a local top on the RSI is around 66. You can see this is a general area where we normally tag before retracement. Yeah, we go over that every now and again, but that's when we start seeing these large moves up. So just normal movement. This is a general area where we get rejected on the RSI. So we have that bearish movement on the RSI bearish movement on the MACD while the RSI is starting to retrace. So we really didn't reach that 68 on the RSI, but I do think we are going to be testing out the 618 right here at around 46 cents, and that's going to be our balance point. I think what's going to be happening here for XRP is we're going to be touching around 46.8 or 45 cents, and we'll possibly get a wick below that, and that'll be our balance point. And then we'll have to come up and battle the 786 right here at 50 cents. That would actually tag us out at the local top at around 68 to 70 on the RSI. And then we'd probably drop back down once more. So as of right now, I'm just going to call a little bit of choppiness for XRP. I think we're just seeing some testing of the 786 till we break to the upside. You can see if this is the 3 top, it'd be like 1 top, 2 top, and then you'd have to make it on that 3 top. But I think we're probably going to get a 2 top here. And then we'll have to watch that 3 top to see if we get rejected. If we get rejected on the 3 top, that's going to be your push back down to the 0.5 here at 44 cents. But for the short term right now, I think we're heading for a 2 top, and we should be watching that bounce off the 618 at around 46 cents and working our way up to the 76 cents at 50. Those round numbers are very psychological numbers if you don't know that. Even though they don't show up as resistance or support on indicators, they're very psychological numbers. You know, $1 compared to 99 cents is a very psychological number. Why do you think gas stations for freeze can offer 99 cents? Because you're like, oh my gosh, it's 99 cents. That's not even a dollar. Stuff like that. So it's just a psychological number, those round numbers. So always keep that in mind when trading. So you see that 50 is below the 786, but as of right now, I do think we're going to be seeing the 2 top bouncing off the 618 and heading up to the 786 at around 50. Then we'll assess the situation at that time. It could just be a 2 top continuation up to around 52, but I definitely think we're going to be seeing this 2 top. That would give the RSI up to 63. Then we can start seeing that retracement cool down and give us enough room to run up and break through that 786. Let's see if the 1 day validates that. So on the 1 day, we actually, let me clean this up a little bit. So the 1 day we're already bearish on the MACD. So we're bearish on the MACD. We aren't heading into we're not cooling down on it either. The MACD is still growing bearish. The RSI tagged 69 back here on the 22nd. We tagged it again here on October 9th, which were these 2 tops that we had. And we're currently heading back down to the 618 here. So if history doesn't repeat, but it does rhyme, it looks like this likes to retrace back down to the 0.5 at 43. Remember, the day is a longer time frame, so this is going to be a little bit different than the 4 hour. So as of right now, it's kind of looking like a 1 top, 2 top. We could probably call this a higher low on the day, because you can see we put in a low here, a low here, a low here, but we did not put in a higher high. But we had the up, down, another bottom, another bottom. Then we can see that continuation up to 1, which is that 50 cents on that double bounce on the 4 hour. So to me, XRP is looking bullish in the longer term. In the short term, it's looking bearish. But in the longer term, I do think we're going to be touching that 50 cents and possibly breaking through that and heading up a little bit higher. So the day chart is verifying that bearish movement on the 4 hour. So that 4 hour retracement, that retracement back down that I talked about to the 618 at 46 would be the play. And then you can see that 2 top back up to the 618. And then assess the situation. Then if we get rejected, we'll most likely do a 3 top, and then this would be the critical price or critical indicator that we'd have to keep an eye on, would be that 3 top if we get rejected off the 786 or continue through it. But nonetheless, I do think we are bouncing off 46 and working our way back up to 50. So how about DAG? So DAG or Constellation down 2.8% at 7 cents, 3.5 billion total, 2.6 billion circulation, 191 million market cap. Oh boy, Oh boy, all-time high of 45 cents, top of the last bull run. All-time low was 3 years ago at 001. So this is currently available on the following exchanges down here. Looks like KuCoin is the leader. You know what? So if you've been following me for a while, you know I'm a hunter and I haven't been posting a lot online because the free time that I usually have, I make videos and stuff, you know, when my kids asleep or whatever. And now that free time I'm using to go outside and go hunting. So that's why I've kind of been a little low key on the channel. So I did not go out today. And then I end up just looking out in my field and there's 8 deer just standing there. And I was like, oh my gosh, only if I was out there. But I wasn't going to suit up and try to sneak up on them. I'll just let them do their thing. And hopefully they're out there next time I'm out there. So DAG looks like the last time we tried it was October 1st. Looked like I called it some sort of big movement upwards. Didn't really play out exactly as I drew it, but we did see that big movement upwards. I thought the big movement big movement catalyst was going to be the 382, but it looked like the catalyst was the 618. So we're to clean this up and start fresh. 4 hour. Already got your downtrend there. You got your MACDs pretty much just chopping around. Yes, we are bearish on the MACD, but we're not making massive moves on the bearish side. RSI is low, so that's a good thing. You can see when it's low, and you really need to do something about that bot. Usually it's not spamming the chats like this. I don't know what's up with that, but you can see the RSI is pretty low right now. We do enter the oversold category every now and again. It actually looks like this enters it quite often. When you see it flash green there, it's saying, hey, it might be a good time to buy. And we're currently heading down. We're currently at 33 right now. So a movement down to that overbought territory would not surprise me at all. It would actually be more of a valid move. So if I draw a fib on this, we're actually going to go from, let's see if it's going to be this one right here. That one's not accurate. It might be the next one up. This is the accurate one. Okay, so let's dive into this bad boy and dissect it a little bit. So as of right now, you can see this is our double support at the 618. This was very, very important for us to stay above, but we actually broke it and is now our resistance. So now it's acting as a double resistance for us. You can see we broke through it right here. We tested it quite a few times here. We tested it once, twice right here on October 7th. We came very close to testing it again here October 11th, and we battle tested it massively here between the 13th and the 16th until it finally gave and we capitulated below it. So as of right now, I do think we are going to continue that downwards movement. I think we're going to be seeing some sort of overbought flash on the RSI, which would bring us down a little bit below the 786 here at 71 cents. You can see this thing does like having very large wicks. See the red, there's just tons of red wicks everywhere. So I think that wick is going to be what causes this green indicator to show up here on the RSI. I think we're going to be seeing a hard candle down to around 71. Around 71 to the 786, and then we'll see that wick possibly down to the 68. You can see we do have a lot larger red wicks than we do green wicks, and I would not surprise me at all to see a wick go all the way down to 68 support right here, and then that would be a reversal to break out of here. So as of right now, I'm looking for the 786 at around 71, and then coming up to test this double resistance area, downtrend area at 74. We can see that big wick down here, which would send us into the overbought on the RSI. It looks like every time we enter the overbought, we see we had the double overbought right here, continue back up. It looks like last times we've entered the overbought, we've actually ran all the way back up to 70, which is a good thing. You can see this was where we had that double overbought, and we had that decent sized movement back here. Last time we were overbought, we were back here. We just chopped around a bit. So for the short term, for DAG, Constellation, let's keep an eye on the 786 at around 71. Like I said, it does throw big red wicks out, so that we could just see that red wick come all the way down to around 68. If you've been around my channel for a while, you know I like catching the wicks rather than the bodies. It just makes you feel good. You're like, ha, I caught that wick there while everyone bought in the candle. So this isn't financial advice. I don't own this coin, but if I wanted to own this coin, I would put a buying order at around 68.5 cents. And if it hit, it hit. If not, so be it. I'll just sit tight on there. But I think we might be able to catch a big red wick down to around that 68 cents range once we touch the 786. Hate it when that happens. I need to stop this bot from spamming. Okay, so that's Constellation. So Casper, let's look at Casper. I forget a drink of water. Man, I don't want to go to work tomorrow. When are we all going to get financially free from this crypto shit? Wow, Casper had a nice run today. Casper's up 23.6% at 4.8 cents. Infinite max supply. 10 billion circulating, 11.2 billion in circulation, $500 million market cap. All-time high was 133. Last bull run, all-time low was 2 cents 4 months ago. Currently available, Gate.io. these exchanges down here. So let's take a look at Casper. Casper made some moves today. Oh, looks like it's on KuCoin too. Damn. So I talked about this last live stream, and I've talked about it several times. When you have huge run-ups, you normally retrace back down to the 50. So you can see the 50 would be right here at around 4.2. If I draw a fib, there's most likely going to be a 618 right there. That's just a guess. Let's see if that's accurate. So if I draw a fib from here to here, the 618 should be around that general area. So if you draw from this launch point, which is right here, to the top right here, you have the 618 at that general area at around 4.2. So that, I believe that is going to be our retracement point right there, is that halfway point at the 618 right now. We're currently well overbought on the RSI. MACD's starting to cool down. Let's check some volume out and see what's going on here. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of volume actually until you get down to 3.5 cents. Looks like the main volume is down here at 2.8. Yeah, so I'd be very cautious on buying in right now. There's not a whole lot of volume. It looks like the 618 might hold you up because that is a support on the fib channel. Then you have a double support here at the 786. You have the main support at 3.8, then you have the 786 sitting just above it. Friendly ghost. You hate it when what happens? Yeah, so if we do break below the 786, we do have the, you know, pretty much main support area right here where the main volume is, and then the super main volume. But right now for Casper, I would be holding off. We're currently heading down to the 382. I think what's going to happen is we're going to hit the 5, test the 382, and inevitably head down to the 618 right here. Then we'll have to keep an eye on that, because usually when you have huge run-ups like this, like I said, you retrace back down to the 50, then you tend to chop around there and just have that slow bleed out back down, because you have the people who bought in down here who take profit up here, then you have the people who bought it up here who panic sell, then you have the people in the middle who are up a couple dollars or down a couple dollars, and they're like, yeah, I'm just gonna hold this thing in case it takes off again, and then they get bored, and that's where you start seeing that slow drag out back down. So for short term right now for Casper, I'm calling a retracement back down to the 618. We're massively overbought on the RSI at 91. MACD's starting to cool down. Let's look at the day and see what that indicates. So the day is actually still running. Let's see, I'm gonna just clear all these brushes up. So for the day chart, we are actually red today so far. So this red's growing. So that retracement down to 46, and then inevitably the 618 right here would be that 50% range of this large movement that we just had for Casper. So the day chart just puts a nail in the coffin on that validation of the retracement back down to the 618 at around 42 cents. So let's keep an eye on 42 cents. Casper, the friendly ghost. Okay, I get it. Oh, hate it when that happens, deer in the field. Yeah. And the last couple times I went out, like I sat like 3 days in a row, and I think I only saw 2 of them. That's when last live stream I said I'm going to be moving my ground blind. I actually keep my ground blind. I actually just put up a ladder stand on a different part of my property. I didn't sit in that though. These deer were where my ground blind was, and I was like, oh my gosh. But yeah, Casper, keep an eye on the 618 retracement at 42. Okay, where are we at next here? Let's see. Then Casper, can I look at Jasmine? Yeah, I can look at Jasmine. I think I had a very, very, very bearish prediction on Jasmine last time, if I remember correctly. Let's see if I can find the drawing. Did I do it on Binance or did I do it on Coinbase? I think I did it on Coinbase. Yeah, I did. I had a very, very bearish drawing on Jasmine. I remember that. I think I was just feeling bearish all around that day. Jasmine right now, MACD really isn't doing much. I mean, we are starting to cool back down, but I think we still have some possible room to grow. We're currently at the halfway point on the RSI. You can see this is a nice step-up effect on the RSI. You have the step-up effect sideways, step-up effect sideways. I'm going to redraw these fibs because they're not valid anymore. We're going to start fresh. We're going to go to the lowest point right here to the top right there. Actually, I think we might actually extend it right here. Yeah, that's the valid one. Yeah, so as of right now, it looks like the 786 is our support. That was a difficult area for us to get above right here on the 15th, 14th, 15th, and 16th. You can see we tested the 786. We were bouncing between the main support at 005 and the 786 at 0053. We broke through that and ran all the way up to the 618. So we broke the 786, ran up to the 618. 618 just rejected us. So it's kind of looking like a similar situation right here. So if we think of this as the beginning, like if we just draw a line here, and this is the beginning, you can see we were bouncing between the support 786 we broke, got rejected at the 618. We could be doing a similar thing, bounce between the 786, 618, then pop up to the next one at around 59. So as of right now, it kind of looks like Jasmine wants to do the step up effect, but I'm always cautious on buying on Jasmine. I mean, you can make some good money on Jasmine in a bull market, but in a bear market, I think there's better coins to buy than Jasmine in a bear market. The bear market's for building your portfolio. Bull market is for, you know, those flip plays. But short term right now, I guess I'll be bullish on Jasmine. Let's keep an eye on a movement up to the 618 here at 56, 0056, and just a similar chopping movement right here, just consolidation until we possibly move up to around the 59. That would allow the RSI or MACD to cool back down, and then I think that next run up would be our top, because that would actually move us up to around 75 on the RSI. And you see we don't really enter that. We haven't really been entering that area much for Jasmine since September. But it's not unlikely for us to do that. You can see we did do it quite often. That usually was our top back here in early April through September. So could it start I think it might be getting back on track to something similar to that possibly, where we could start seeing some movement up to the 70 and then just that constant movement back up instead of just constantly getting rejected at 50. So who knows? This could have been the bottom for Jasmine here at 48. Only time will tell, but for the short term, I think we're just gonna see some sideways consolidation until we pump up to the next level at 0.5, and then we'll have to assess the situation at a different time. Deer in my front yard. It's like they know. It's like they know. They're like, okay, he's not hunting today. Everybody, let's go. Let's go out. Let's make fun of him. There's one out there. Might have shot today too. But field dressing it and getting it all ready on a Sunday night just sounds horrible. Especially when you have to work in the morning. Ideally, Saturday morning would be the best time to get one. Decentralized social. Wow. Look at that move from September. What is that? So 327% a bear market. That is not bad at all. There must have been some sort of catalyst that caused this. Do you know if there was a catalyst or some update came out or something like that that caused this giant run? Because the coins like this don't normally run in the bear market unless there's some sort of catalyst that pushes them up. I almost bet there probably was a catalyst that came on around this time that pushed it up. I actually want to draw a giant fib on this before we draw some smaller ones. So you can see back here, we had the 786 double support this, or not 786, 618 double support. We actually held us up back here on October 3rd. And as of right now, the 0.5 is what held us up. We wicked down to the 0.5 and we're currently still heading bearish. So as of right now, MACD is about ready to have a bearish crossover, but if you look very, very closely, it might be a fake out. You can see we have the three candles that are pretty much the exact same size. So let's just keep a close eye on a fake out. A fake out would mean that it'd be bouncing right here at the 1.5, and we would be heading back up to the 382 here at around 1725. 1730. So for the short term right now, RSI is low. MACD, I believe this is going to be a fake out because the RSI is too low. It doesn't look like we enter the overbought or oversold territory. I mean, we did back here in August, but it's been a while. Looks like we normally bottom out. Let's just draw a line here. like the normal bottom is right where we bottomed right there. If we just draw a line starting, where are we starting? From here. So from here on, so since August, it looks like this has been our local bottom at 30 on the RSI. We did just bounce off 30 there, and there's a good possibility that we could bounce off it once more and then continue back up higher. So what I'm going to be keeping an eye on here is a bounce off the 0.5 at around 1540. It looks like 1540, then a continuation up to around 17, looks like 1739. I also see a very, very slight uptrend that, oh shoot, I don't want that line. Very, very slight uptrend on the RSI that was playing out until we entered that overbought. And you can see we did just break that uptrend. So who knows if that's going to be our resistance area on the RSI now at 57, or if this just, if uptrend doesn't mean anything. But as of right now, you can see we were in that uptrend since August on the RSI. And this is similar to Quant. Quant's getting very close to getting pushed into that overbought territory with RSI also acting as its support. And you can't just be continuing staying in the overbought territory forever. Eventually you run out of gas and you crash, which is exactly what happened here. We burnt all our fuel, we drank all our moon juice, and we saw that flash crash down here. This is what I'm expecting for Quant. I'm just being patient. I think it's going to play out very similar to this. But as of right now, I think we're going to be seeing a bounce off the 0.5 and testing the 382. Hopefully this uptrend is just gone and it's not going to be acting as a resistance for us, because if it is a resistance for us, it's pretty much going to mean consolidation and gradual step up effects. So that's how step up effects happen. We just extend this further. It's kind of a rinse and repeat type scenario of what's happened here since August, but you're on the bottom side. You're on the bottom side of the trend. So as of right now, it looks like something like this on the RSI could play out, which would be a very slight step up effect on Deso, which would inevitably lead us to higher prices. But nonetheless, I think that, you know, the RSI uptrend played out. We had that convergence, or yeah, we had the capitulation down to the local bottom at 30, and it looks like it's just doing a rinse and repeat type scenario, which would inevitably end in higher prices, but it's just gonna be a slow build up until we reach that previous high where we were at. So I guess you can say I'm bullish on this in the longer term. In the shorter term, let's watch 15, and then inevitably the 382 here at around, what is this, 1740. When you doing? Thanks for your honesty, brother. Appreciate you. I'm in Jasmine for the long haul. Yeah, man. I could be totally wrong. I mean, there's some coins I have that other people are like, yeah, that's a shit coin. I mean, everyone has their own game plan, and it's good for you that you're sticking to it. I mean, don't be influenced by other people. Get your game plan and stick to it. That's how you lose money. You get a game plan, and then someone manipulates you, or you get this thought in your head from somebody else, then you jump ship and go to that, and then you get your next thought, you know, from some other person or something like that, then you jump ship over to that. Best thing is to make your own game plan and stick to it, and just use other information similar to this channel, my live stream, as just information. Don't just, if I say Jasmine shit, don't be like, oh, he said Jasmine shit, I'm selling. Stick to your game plan. So definitely look at other YouTubers, other informational sources and stuff like that, but always stick to your game plan. Don't be influenced by other people. That's probably one of the best ways to lose money, is to listen to other people. Find love on the best dating site. Get out of here. There. People spamming. Okay, so where are we at? So Brian Wealthy, I don't know what happened, just heard about it months ago, but saw how much it ran up. Should have bought. Yeah, but as of right now, it kind of looks like it's going to start repeating it again. It looks like this was the local bottom right here, that capitulation down to 13, and now we're on the bottom side of the uptrend, and that's going to be a resistance on the way back up. But it's going to be just a gradual thing similar to this. You can see that was the start of our uptrend, fell below it. Now that is going to be a resistance as we grow up. So it's pretty much just a reversal. Do you think the dollar is going to continue to go up? I think the dollar is going to continue to go up. This is the DXY, the dollar index. I haven't charted this in a while, it looks like. So we're on the 4 hour right now, and you can definitely see this pattern in the RSI and MACD. You can see we've been constantly since January of this year, the beginning of this year, entering the overbought territory. And that's kind of when everything started kicking off. You can see back here, we hardly touched it. Yeah, we did it occasionally, but these overboughts were super steep, and that's where you start seeing these peaks on the dollar index. And it's starting to look like a repeat pattern. You can see we wicked right here. We did not make a higher high though, so that's just something to be considerate of. Normally we have been making higher highs, but it looks like this 114 on the dollar index is giving us a little bit of a tough time. The thing that we have going for us right now though is the RSI is at 50, so we have room to go to the overbought territory, and the MACD is about ready to flip bullish. So this is a coin that you want to see bullish. You don't want to see bearish. You don't, because the higher the index, the lower BTC. So as of right now, we're about ready to flip bullish on the MACD. RSI looks like it's about to run, and I think what we're going to be seeing here is another run into the overbought category. You can see it's pretty much lengthed out the same. Let's actually look and see how far these are spaced out. So we had July all the way to August, which was 42 days, and then recently we had that this was around 35 days. They're gradually getting shorter and shorter. So as of right now, I think for the DXY, what we're going to be looking for is a run up to 114. If we break above 114, I think we're going to be seeing another large movement to the upside, which could be that large Bitcoin capitulation catalyst, is if we break over this resistance here at 114. So I'm actually going to draw a fib and just do a little bit of dissecting on the DXY for you guys and for myself. I haven't looked at the DXY in a while, so it's always good information. We're actually going to extend this a little bit further so we can see where the possible top would be on the next or on the next breakout. We're actually putting the 382 at this main resistance area, which makes it valid. You can see we have the 786, which was support right here. I'm actually going to hide these support and resistance because they're useless right now. Oh no, they're not useless right now. So we bounced off the 786 right here. We had a nice run up through these resistance areas at 110, the 618 here at 110 as well. So that was a double resistance area, and we just broke through it and made it into support. And we're currently having a tough time getting over this 382 on the extended fib right now at 114. So it's acting as double resistance for us. We kind of had a double resistance right here, and you can see it did reject us once, and we had that drop down to 786, and then we flew right through it here and back tested it as support. I think something similar could be the case here. We're currently being held up at that 0.5, about ready to flip bullish on the MACD. I think there's a good chance that we might be seeing a breakout above this 382 right here, which would bring us up to the 236 at around $117, or yeah, 117, which would cause Bitcoin to capitulate. And as we saw on the charts here, if I go back to BTC, I go back to BTC real quick, and I go to the percentage, not auto. I go to the day. We are right on this downtrend. So either we're to break here on BTC and we're to be moving up to that 23,000. I think it's 21 or 23,000 right here. I have it on percentage right now. If I go to log, it messes up the thing. Yeah, it's around 24,000. Or this is going to be that big push down that everyone's been looking for. We're getting very, very close to it. You can see the farthest we can go to continue this, it looks like, is October 22nd. We are right on it right now. We're just getting squeezed and squeezed between the support and downtrend, and then you have that convergence. So either if we break above this, then we're going to be moving to the upside, and we're not going to be seeing that large capitulation. And then we're going to have to monitor BTC a little bit differently. But as of right now, a lot of people are looking at this chart on BTC. So this directly ties in to the DXY. So the DXY, when the DXY goes up, BTC goes down. As of right now, we're about ready to flip. Let me go to where am I at? as of right now, we're about ready to flip bullish on the DXY, which would mean a push up higher, which would mean BTC would start that retracement. And inevitably, if we do break above 114 on the DXY, I think that will be the capitulation or the indication that BTC is going to be capitulating to its next lowest low. And I think the next capitulation on BTC, if we have it, is going to be the bottom. Like that dip is going to be the bottom. It's going to be very, very quick. Everyone's expecting one more dip, and everyone's prepared for that one more dip. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. Hopefully your dollar cost averaging on the way down. I think it's going to happen, but I'm just a guy on the internet drawing lines on the screen. But I do think it's going to happen. If it doesn't, then so be it. I've been dollar cost averaging on the way down. But if it does happen, it's going to happen when the DXY breaks above 114. And I think that's going to be very, very soon. As we saw, we're very, very close to that divergence on BTC. And we're about ready to flip bullish on the MACD, which would mean a movement up here, and which would mean that push down on BTC. And I think this test of this double resistance area would be a breakout, and then we'd be running up to around 117 on the DXY, which would initiate that BTC capitulation. So I guess if you watch the DXY, keep an eye on 114, 115. That's what you want it to break. And the indicators are looking pretty dang good. Flipping bullish, RSI is low, so we can run to the overbought, which would blast us up to around 116. So looking like it's about ready to happen pretty soon if it does. But the reverse side of that, I don't know if you're looking for that drop. So this is me looking for the drop right now. That could be the case. There is always the case that, that year-long downtrend on BTC, we break to the upside. The break to the upside would be if we got rejected right here at 114. We got rejected here at 114, BTC would most likely break out of that downtrend and head to the upside to around 24. So that's something we just have to keep an eye on here. It looks like it's going to be very, very close happening very, very close around, looks like around the end of October 19th to October 20th. Could it happen sooner? Absolutely. We don't have to wait all the way to the end till we see the capitulation. You can see we started running pretty fast right here, and it only took 3 days. We entered that test of this double resistance area. So let's keep an eye on this 114. Good call on talking about or shouting out the dollar. Haven't looked at the DXY in a while, so that's the DXY, the dollar. I think it's going to continue upwards. I mean, look at this year. Where are we at? January right here. This year, the DXY has gone up 22% this year. Let's see what it's compared to last year. So this year so far, and the year's not over yet. So it went up 22% this year. Let's see what it went up last year. Last year would be January right here. December and January to December. Yeah, this only went up 9.4% the entire year last year. And we're already up 22% this year. With 2 more months to go. Man, I want to throw, let's see what the volume looks like. So this is, I'm glad I did this. So we're currently testing the main volume area on the DXY right now as well. So it's acting as a resistance for us. So this, if we break above this, which we're currently at it right now, if we break above this 113, it's pretty much inevitable that we are to go up to 114. And with the way that the RSI and stuff is, we have enough juice to blast through that. You can see previously when we broke through this, we were already overbought on the RSI. So we didn't have enough moon juice. We didn't have enough fuel to break through this double resistance, which is why we got rejected. We had that huge capitulation. With that huge capitulation, went all the way back down to 25. We stopped by the moon juice factory, picked up a couple kegs, put fuel in our ship, and we took off again. And we're currently battle testing the main resistance or the main area on the volume, which as of right now, it's resistance for us. If we flip that bad boy into support, I think that would be the initial breakout right now. So we're currently at a very, looks like a very important area for the DXY. I personally think we're gonna be breaking through it. If not, we still have this very steep uptrend that we're in. Now we could get rejected, test this at 111, and then work our way up. Yeah, so this is similar. So the DXY, we want it to be bullish and we're in a bear market. This is very, very similar to a bull run, but for the dollar index. So for bull runs, you can see you have that gradual upwards movement, and this always happens in threes. This always happens in threes. So right here from June, you have the very, very slow upwards movement, and then you have a second upwards movement from here to here. And then you have a third one, which is that very, very steep climb from there. Usually everything happens in threes, which would indicate that the bottom is going to be very, very close. So we're in that third phase of this uptrend. And so this is technically a bull market for the US dollar, you can say. So if you look at all the bull markets previously for crypto, you'll see that long period of slow buildup, and then you have that secondary period, and then you have that very steep, short upwards period. So it goes longer, medium, and then the short burst upwards. And I still think we have enough room on this upwards movement to go, but this is the last phase before we reach the top and we start dropping back down, which would indicate the bottom of the bear market, because once the DXY starts falling, Bitcoin starts running. So I think we're very, very close to reaching the bottom. I think this next push down will bring it in. Oh boy. That was fun. That was really fun. What are we looking at now? So what's been running today? Let's just take a look and see what's been running today. Largest runner was Casper, followed by Synthex, followed by Waves. So if you haven't heard, I know this is a TA video, but I got into some NFTs called Helix. I have a gaming computer and stuff like that. It's pretty much like Grand Theft Auto for the metaverse, and they just came out last week. I got a couple of mints of it. A couple of founder passes. I get 3 months early access. They also have land sales and stuff like that, which they are going to drop out to the founder pass holders. So I want to get 5 whitelist giveaways for each founder pass I have. I have 10 founder passes. I want to get 50 whitelist spots to give away. So if you want to enter, if you do NFTs and stuff, and if you know what Helix is and you want one of those whitelist spots, make sure you hit me up on my Discord channel. Join the Discord channel, send me a message. I'll have you written down. I have a couple people written down already, and I'll just give you a free whitelist spot. No, you don't have to pay me for it or anything. I'll just give it to you. I'll have 50 of them. Everyone can get one. And you can just mint the land if you want and sell it right away, or you can mint the land and hold it and hopefully make some money. But I got 50 free whitelist spots if any of you guys do NFTs. So just hit me up in the Discord channel if you want that. You OG members, if you're interested, you guys have top priority of that. So if you're in the Discord channel or on here, and you're an OG member or a member of the channel, you get priority. But I have 50 of them, but once we get closer to the end, we'll have to keep a close eye on that. But so what are we looking at next? What do you guys want to look at? So I hope the DXY goes down for BTC crypto. Well, if the DXY goes down, that means BTC is going to go up. I want the DXY to go up just a little bit more, just a little bit more, and then we can start talking about it heading back down. But it looks like the time of it is getting very, very close. We looked at Casper, we looked at Quant. Oh, let's look at time. I used to chart time all the time, and I think $52 was the price that it needed to stay above the continuous bullish momentum. It's at 60. Okay. I like this coin. Look at the total supply and circulating supply. It's ridiculously small. The small market cap of only 43 million. It's also listed on Coinbase. It's listed on large exchanges, which means that this survives the bear market. I could definitely see this thing running. I mean, small supply like that, the price can move up fast and down fast, which when we jump into the charts, you can see that be true. So let's look at that real quick. Did I do it off Coinbase? Well, if there's scribbles on it, then I did. I did do it off Coinbase. You know what? I think this is the first time I've realized. Oh no, this was the second run up. I have to find that other chart. So we had the three run-ups and the consolidation. I remember talking about that. We haven't looked at it in a long time. Which one was it? I don't think it was the Coinbase one. And KuCoins only has Bitcoin, Ethereum. Coinbase has Tether. I don't think it was. This is Time Wonderland right here. We did it on KuCoin. That's right. We had to have done it on KuCoin. Yeah. This bad boy has been consolidating since September. The entire month of September was pretty much sideways. So what I was predicting last several times I charted it was a repeat of what happened here. You can see we had the run up, the downwards consolidation. We had the run up, downwards consolidation, the second bump, and then we had the big run up there. So 3 different run ups, and they constantly get longer and longer and longer. So this is a step up effect. Each one, see, this one was shorter, this one was longer, this one's longer. I still think that we are going to get one huge ass candle on this. And like I said before, I think I said like 180. Oh man, I deleted those fibs. 180 to 200 on this, on that run. See, we've just been consolidating. We're getting super tight between these two support areas right here at 55 and 59. I know I remember saying if we fall below 52, it's game over, and it looks like we briefly touched below it, but thank goodness we had a huge run up from there. I think we broke down at 51, and that's where we saw that big buy-in right there. So $52 is still the price we have to maintain on this to continue this bullish movement. But yeah, RSI is high, MACD is about ready to flip bearish. It just looks like this thing's consolidating until liftoff. You can see we had the run up here, we had the run up here, we had the downwards movement here, we had the downwards movement here, we had that second run up here, we had the second run up here, we had that slight downwards movement, we had that second run up here, we had that second run up here, we had the downwards movement consolidation, and now all we need is something like this: one move up, capitulation, and then moonshot. So I'm still bullish on time. I haven't charted it in a long time, but I'm still bullish on it. I still think, I mean, we've been holding up over 52 since July. Even when BTC shit the bed hard. I mean, that is when BTC shit the bed hard. But previously when Bitcoin crapped the bed hard, we didn't fall below 52. So 52 is a very, very critical. Let's put some volume on here. Let's see. That looks like the main volume's at 58, but yeah, 52. What's up, Will? What's up, Will? How you been, man? So Sam, can I look at Gala? Yeah, let's take a look at Gala. Whoops. Gala down 0.3, not 0.3, Gala down 0.6 at 0.3. Hype today. coming soon, man. It's coming soon. I went over the DXY and Bitcoin not that long ago. I don't know if you're on or not, but it's looking like it's coming very, very soon. So Gala right now in the short term, on the 4 hour, you can see we're about ready to flip bearish on the MACD. RSI is low though, but this is without me drawing any fibs or anything like that. And actually to look at the day too before we start dissecting this thing. Day chart actually just flipped bearish. Looks like it was a fake out. RSI is low as well. So it kind of looks like this 3.5 is going to be the bottom, but let's see if we can validate that. I mean, Gala's been in a downtrend for a while now. Damn, look at that wick back here on May. Wow. Wow. That's crazy. That's disgusting, actually. Okay, let's do this. Man, I don't want to go to work tomorrow. You know, every morning you wake up, and you guys probably do this too. You check your crypto portfolio. Am I rich? Am I rich? One of these days, I don't even need to be rich. I have a certain goal in mind. Once I reach that goal, it's not that much money in crypto space anyways. So as of right now, we did get rejected off the 618 right here. We're currently heading down to the 786. I think the 786 is going to be a local bottom. The RSI is just low and wants to head up. I think the 786 is going to bounce, and let's see that reversal. And most likely head up to the 5 or the 382 at around 39. The 618 is going to be acting as a pretty heavy resistance. The 618 is pretty much the main resistance area in fib drawings. So we need to keep an eye on 3.7. If you see us break over 3.7, then we're off to the races and we reversed. And this would be the official bottom right here during that Bitcoin capitulation. Let's just take a general look and see how close this follows Bitcoin. I just want to see how close it compares to Bitcoin real quick. So this actually deviated from Bitcoin as well, but in the downwards movement. Unlike Quant, who went to the upside, when we capitulated here, we capitulated hard. So it looks like when Bitcoin capitulates, this thing capitulates pretty dang hard with it. The Bitcoin's kind of been chopping around sideways, and we still had some downwards movement here. So as of right now, I think that bullish upwards movement would be the case. I think we're going to be working our way to get back on track with BTC since it's been following it so close for a while. If we just zoom sideways, yeah, it's pretty much been following it super accurately. You just see the comparison of the two. So as of right now, we just deviated from it to the downside. I think it's going to find an equilibrium and start working its way back to the upside to match BTC. So we'll just get rid of BTC here. That would validate that upwards movement that I was talking about on Gala, and working our way back up to the 382, which would bring us into this main support area here at around 4 cents. So for the short term here, I do think we are to be working our way back up just so we can get back on par with BTC since it follows it so close. So I'm going to be bullish on Gala here. I think this was the bottom, and we'll start working our way back up. Yeah, of course, until BTC shits the bed here at the end of the week or so. We start seeing some lower lows. Who knows? I could be totally wrong on that, but you can see coins that follow BTC that closely, when BTC capitulates, they capitulate super hard. So if you think BTC hasn't bottomed yet, this isn't financial advice. It might just be a better play to just wait. I know dollar cost averaging on the way down is the ideal thing to do, but some people think BTC already bottomed. That's Gala right there. Let's jump back over that BTC chart. Boom. Okay. Oh boy. For some reason, when I try to get back to that, it just doesn't want me to at all. trying to get back to that BTC chart that I did at the beginning. It just doesn't let me. I have it right here. I was going to go over the comparison of the last. I guess I'm illiterate on TradingView for some reason. That's not working. Huh. It is what it is. What's that? So I got about 10 more minutes, guys. Oh shoot. I don't know what I got about 10 more minutes. Who wants their coins charted? Oh, and then another week of work. So if you guys haven't already, make sure you check out my Helix video I posted a couple days ago. I know I'm a TA channel, but I do like video games, and I've been waiting to get into a metaverse game. I'm not paid to support them whatsoever. I'm gonna start streaming my gameplay because you hold a founder pass, you get in 3 months early. So I'll make a separate section on my channel for that. But if that's something you guys are interested in, definitely check out Helix. I think it's gonna be super big. I went in pretty dang heavy on it too, so I guess I have to be bullish on it, right? I just came on now with shopping. MNW, let's check out MNW. MNW, wow, everything's just blown out of proportion right now in my TradingView. Wow. Wow, this thing ran. MNW's up 26.2%. This is the power of low circulating supply coins and small market caps. So it's only 47 million max with 37 million in circulation and only 41 million market cap. That is nothing. A 10x from here is only 410 million, which is nothing in the crypto space. All-time high was 546. Last bull run, all-time low was 4 years ago at 009. If you would have bought this 4 years ago, right now in a bear market, you'd be up 10,979%. That is crazy. It shows you the power of holding. So let's dive into this thing. This thing took off. It looks like it wants to go to the 0.5. Yeah, this thing's going to the 0.5, dude. MACD's ripping. RSI is off the chart. RSI is at 88. Next stop's the 0.5 here at 127 or 125. I think that's to blow off top. We're in no man's land right now. Next stop is the negative 0.5 at 127. Another 10% movement up, it looks like it wants to do. But be very careful. It could be very fast. I personally wouldn't be playing it right now, because what I think is going to be the case is we're going to be seeing a candle grow, and then I think we're going to wick up to the 0.5. Then once we see that wick, it's going to be a fast retracement back down to around $1. But as of right now, I think Morphus is still going up to around $1.25. MACD is absolutely ripping. We're not even close to crossing over. You can see the blue line's just taking off. Yes, it's saying, hey, it might be a good time to take profit, but we're in between fibs right now. We're in no man's land. Once you get over this, it's pretty much a straight shot up to the negative 0.5. So I'm gonna be bullish on this. I think it still has room to go. Let's see if the day chart validates that. Day chart as well. We're not even overbought yet on the day chart. Our MACD is still running, so And we actually just broke above a resistance. You can see we currently, let me zoom in and take a little closer look. Yeah, look, we just flipped this resistance into support at 107. So yeah, next stop is 125 to 127 for Morphus. Everything just looks crazy bullish on it right now. So on here from the body of the candle to the top, that is 16% there. That is crazy. Yep, MNW up to around 125 or $1.25. Cool. So with that, guys, I have time to chart one more coin tonight. One more coin. Who wants the last coin charted of the night? And I have to get ready for work, unfortunately, for tomorrow morning. Back to the grind until we all get rich off crypto, right? Yeah, no problems, you guys. Oh, I just saw, let's see, so charting request 8:15 a.m. Bean Bakes for Casper did that. I'm on the Discord right now. Oh, Monica 786. Member OG Club. Awesome. Awesome. Yes, sir. Okay. So if you guys haven't already, make sure you join my Discord channel. Well, not make sure. I mean, you guys can join my Discord channel. I'm on there daily. We share a lot of good information. A lot of Discord channels are cult-like. This is not cult-like. We're all really chill, really lax. So it's a good way to get, or a good way to chat with people about crypto. Good way to get a hold of me as well. I post a lot of information on there. So do a lot of other people. There's a lot of really smart people on there. So yeah, the link is below in the description. I also, in November, so I did before October, I think it was September, I was doing, I'm trading crypto NFT giveaways, and I was also doing swag giveaways where I was giving out free trading crypto t-shirts to NFT holders and members of the channel, who paid members to the channel. I'm going to get back into that on November. So starting November, we are going to continue the NFT giveaways and the swag giveaways on the live stream. That was always fun when we did that. So we'll be doing we're gonna come back, and I think the first giveaway is going to be 2 NFTs. I have a solid idea of those 2 NFTs, and a swag giveaway in November. I'm not sure the date yet, but we'll figure it out. So to participate in that, you have to own one of my trading crypto NFTs, OG coins, which is in my OpenSea link below. Just one of the OG coins, which also gives you a special indicator in the Discord channel and stuff like that. So yeah, check out the Discord channel. So with that, Sam says shipping. Yep, we'll look at shipping, and that'll be the last one for the night. Shipping. You talking about shopping? Let's see. So is it shopping? That's the only one I see. Or is it ship? That has to be this. SHPING. Okay. Ah, here we go. So, ooh, let's see if it doesn't have any data on there. Is this? Ah, yeah, so this is listed on Coinbase, if I remember correctly. So, down 1.34 at 007. Market cap's extremely small at only 12 million. Very small volume though as well, 126. Circulating supply of 1.78 billion with a total supply of 10 billion. So be very careful about that. I mean, they put more coins in circulation and dilute the market. So if we jump over to here and compare, I want to compare the max and see if they've been dumping more coins. So this is the max here. If we compare the price to the market cap, we see any deviation, that means they added more coins. So of course it's not going to show it on here because it doesn't have a market cap. I should have known that. We're going to have to do it on here. Let's see, all market cap. So they haven't been adding more coins in circulation. This is a good way to tell if you don't know if they've been adding more coins in circulation. You can go to CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko and compare the price to market cap. If the price and market cap are following each other exactly, it means they didn't put more coins in play. If the price is low but the market cap is high, like if you see a deviation, say you see the price right here at 0.14, but then if the market cap's way up here at whatever, at 49 million, it's different than the price. It means they put more coins in circulation at that time. So that's just a good indicator as well when you're looking to get into a new coin, to see how often they put coins in circulation and how much it's deviated throughout the lifespan of the coin. But as of this, they have not put any coins in circulation. I mean, a little bit more right here on 319. If you look at this 319 area right here, the market cap goes up higher. So they did put a little bit more in right in this general area, but not a whole lot. Okay, let's look at it. Okay. Yeah, no problem. Well, okay, let's get in this bad boy. I don't like this chart. Well, it's due to the low volume. If you toss volume on here, check this out. Not a whole lot. Well, I guess you can say the main volume's right here at 0082. That has to be our resistance area. But to get rid of the volume real quick. MACD overlay, let's see what's going on there. Look at that, that is disgusting. That MACD overlay is just red, red, red with very, very brief areas of green. So as of right now, it just looks bearish to me. Everything's just red. That's without me. So we're gonna dissect it here now. I really do like this MACD overlay. So even if you have the MACD down here and stuff like that, you can get a general idea of the movement. As you can see, there's a lot more red than green, which means extremely bearish. Right here, you can see the large movements in green. But as of right now, you don't see a lot of green in this downtrend right now. So that's just something to keep in mind. Yeah, we might have to draw a large fib on this. No, we're not gonna do that. One second here. Trying to figure it out. Hang on one sec. Not a lot of volume in here, so it's very hard to decipher where the fibs are going to be accurate at. This is a very tight time frame, only 2 days. I don't like going off 2-day fibs. Ah, right here. Okay, so here we are. You can see there's a lot of gaps in here, which means there's not a lot of volume in the coin whatsoever. So that's just something to take into consideration. So as of right now, it looks like we're currently working our way up towards this resistance at 007. MACD is bearish, but we've just been chopping around bearish. RSI looks like the local top is around 56. You see this is the normal area where we tag out at. And we do enter the overbought territory quite a bit. So personally to me, I think this resistance here at 007 is going to break. And I think we're going to be continuing that downwards movement, drop to the 786 at 071, test the 618, and then inevitably head down to the 1. If we do break that 1, if we do break that 1, that's going to be bad news bears, because the next main support's at 0065. Just looking at this on a longer term time frame with the MACD overlay on, it's just been heading down since July. Like, look at all that red right there, and I think it's going to continue to head down. I mean, if we zoom in here and take a closer look at that, the MACD did just flip bearish right there, and it's still growing. It's not close to converting bullish yet, so the ribbons are starting to spread apart further, which would indicate more downwards movement in the near future. So I think this is going to be the play for shipping right now. What you need to keep an eye on here is that 007. If you break below 007, a heavy capitulation down to 6.5 is going to be the play there. So I'd be very cautious right now. And then I'm going to put a star right here. We can't fall below that. We can't fall below 007. 007 is going to be a straight shot down to 6.5. You can see every time we do crossover bearish, it's very or bullish, it's very brief. So I'm gonna be bearish on this. So we're gonna do alluvium, and then we're gonna end the live stream. If you haven't already, please click that like button. That really helps out my channel, helps out the algorithm, helps my videos get out to more people. You can also join my Discord channel. The link is below in the description. I also mentioned earlier that I am going to start doing the NFT and swag giveaways in November. So in order to do that, I already went over how to participate in that. I've done it several times before. Go check my other live streams out that I've done it in. You'll see it right on the heading: NFT giveaway, swag giveaway. Pretty cool. It's a good way to give back to you guys who have been supporting me, especially in a bear market. I really appreciate it. You guys sticking around in the bear market and supporting me. So Illuvium's up 1.2% at $54. 10 million max supply with 1.4 million in circulation and a 76 million market cap. All-time high in this was 1,911 last bull run. Time low, $29 a year ago. So let's look at the max compared to the market cap and see if they put more coins in circulation. So they put a little bit more coins in circulation right here on September 12th. Other than that, they really didn't put a whole lot in, which is great, which means there's a good chance that we could reach those all-time highs once again. Usually when you see all-time highs that are crazy different and you compare the price to the market cap, you can see they dumped a lot more coins. So it's very difficult, if not impossible, to reach those all-time highs again. But they only just put a little bit in. So reaching these all-time highs is definitely a possibility in the next bull run. So let's just start charting this thing. It looks like last time I charted Illuvium, I said we need to keep an eye on the 786, bounce off the 786 and continuation up to the 382. So this fib is still valid. MACD is about ready to flip bullish. We're set at 50 on the RSI. So actually, I'm going to clean these brushes up real quick. I tend to scribble a lot. You can actually see the MACD on the ribbons are about ready to flip bullish as well. So with that, I think what we're going to be looking for is a movement up to the 618. You can see that is where we'd be actually hitting the line right there as well, the red line that goes with the MACD. So I'd be keeping an eye on moving up to the 618 here at around 55. That would play out some bullish scenario. Let's see how often we enter the overbought territory on the RSI. So we don't enter the overbought territory on the RSI that often, if not ever. The last time was July 2022, but we do enter the oversold area quite a bit. So that's just something to take into consideration. We do tend to dip, and when we do dip pretty heavily. We don't tend to blast off and enter the overbought territory that often. So let me just draw, let me see 1 second. Yeah. So if I draw a local top here, where we locally top out at, looks like it's around 62 on the RSI. You can see if we just look in the past, this is the general area where we top out at on the RSI. Usually when we top out, we enter an oversold area. You can see previously we touched it here, entered oversold. We touched it here, entered oversold. We blew above it here, and I think we're currently going to be tailing back up to test it again. And then who knows, we could be rinse and repeat down to the oversold on it as well. So for the short term, I'm going to be bullish. Longer term, I think once we tag the 62, it's going to be another retracement. But in the short term right now, I think what we need to focus on is this 618 here at around 55. It looks like 55.40, 55.3. Let me hide this ribbon real quick. And as you can see, if I get rid of these I'll leave the fibs on. We are putting in lower highs. So we put in a high here, we put in another lower high here, and inevitably we could be, we just put in a higher low too as well. We are getting pretty locked up in here, but short term, I'm bullish on it up to around 55.33. And then I think we might see that slow bleed out back down and inevitably head down to $50. The RSI just looks like it repeats very often, and every time we get rejected off the 63, we enter the oversold. And the oversold on here would be down at $50. But who knows? I could be wrong. I mean, patterns do break. History doesn't repeat, but it does rhyme. But eventually patterns do break. So who knows? We could break above the 618. If we do break above the 618 right here, then everything I just talked about is invalid. And the next stop would be the 0.5 at around 56. Then I think the local top would be around $60. If we break above the 618 right here, I think we're going to be touching $60. You see, we broke above the 618 right here on October 13th. Ran up and actually wicked well above $60, but we wicked up past $60. So if we do break above the 618 once again, I do think we will touch that $60 range. So I guess the 618 is going to be the storyteller on this coin. So keep an eye on 55.3. If we break above that, $60 would be the next stop. If we get rejected from that, we're dropping down to the 786 at 50, 52. So that is my TA on Alluvium. Keep an eye on the 618. That is the storyteller at 55.33. So with that, guys, I'm going to end the live stream. I appreciate everybody coming out tonight and supporting the channel. It is awesome, awesome, awesome that you guys are supporting me in the bear market. It means a lot. So with that, I'll stick around in the chats for a little bit. And I'll catch you guys next time on Charting Crypto. Hope you all have a great week.